Hey everybody, this is Rabbitearsblog and welcome to my top comic books picks of the week video. So here are my top 4 comic books of the week. Comic book pick number 1, Chew, Just Desserts Volume 3. Written by John Layman, artwork by Rob Guillory, published by Image Comics, era 2010s. In this volume, Tony Cho is now dating Amelia Mintz, which is a dream come true, his boss taking it easy on him, and now he's partners with John Colby. Things are looking good for Tony until he realizes that his ex-partner Mason Savoy is on the run, and his job might actually jeopardize his relationship with Amelia. John Layman's writing is, as usual, hilarious and interesting to read. I just love the fact that we actually see Tony developing a relationship with Amelia, as they have similar powers where they could get psychic connections for whatever food they eat, but it was even more interesting to see how Tony's job could affect his relationship with Amelia, as he's usually shown being too busy to be with Amelia. I also love seeing the friendship between Tony and John, as they make jokes about each other at their own expense, but they are willing to protect each other no matter what happens. Rob Guillory's artwork is, as usual, hilarious and surreal to look at, and I love the way that, while some of the images are a bit disgusting, the humor is still in the artwork, and I often find myself laughing at the hilarious situations that unfold. Comic book pick number 2, Ultimate Spider-Man Power and Responsibility Volume 1. Written by Brian Michael Bendis, artwork by Mark Bagley, published by Marvel Comics, era 2000s. In this volume, we are introduced to the Ultimate Universe of Spider-Man, as Peter Parker is shown to be a school nerd who's constantly picked on by Flash Thompson and his group of friends, and yet Peter is best friends with Mary Jane. One day, however, when Peter and his class go on a class field trip to the Osborn Industries, he is suddenly bitten by a radioactive spider and he starts to gain mysterious powers in the process. I will admit that I was a little skeptical in picking this series up, even though I have been enjoying Mark Millar's run on Ultimate X-Men for a while. But after I started reading this volume, I was completely blown away by how new and fresh this story was. I love the way that Brian Michael Bendis kept some of the original origins of Spider-Man into this volume. Peter Parker being bitten by a radioactive spider, and his relationship with Uncle Ben and Aunt May, but manages to put a modern-day twist to the origin story, which I found pretty impressive. I also love seeing the friendly relationship between Peter and Mary Jane, as I was a huge fan of their relationship in the mainstream comics. Mark Bagley's artwork is a bit unique for me, since the characters actually glow on each page, and even though there were times when the characters seemed to smile too much, the artwork was still beautifully done. Comic book pick number 3, Batman Hush. Written by Jeph Loeb, artwork by Jim Lee, published by DC Comics, era 2000s. In this popular Batman story, Batman starts noticing that a good majority of his greatest enemies, the Joker, Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, and the Riddler, are all committing crimes all over Gotham City. However, it turns out that there is a bigger plot involved in all this, and Batman will soon realize that he might come face to face with a person from his past that might change his world forever. After reading great works such as Batman the Killing Joke and Batman the Long Halloween, I was excited to check out another classic story from the Batman series, Batman Hush, Batman Hush. Jeph Loeb's writing was fantastic, as all the characters in the Batman universe were used in the story very effectively, and they all played a huge role in the mystery plot of the story. I also love Batman and Catwoman's relationship in the story, as they truly care about each other, and I liked the intensity between them, as Batman was afraid of letting his feelings for Catwoman actually show. Jim Lee's artwork is truly beautiful, as the characters are truly well defined, and the fighting scenes were fantastic, especially the scene with Batman fighting the Joker. I also love the way that Jim Lee made the characters give off a glow, which really makes them look truly amazing in whatever scene they are in. Comic book pick number 4, The Sandman, Brief Lives Volume 7, written by Neil Gaiman, artwork by Jill Thompson and Vince Locke, published by Vertigo Comics, era 1990s. In this volume, Delirium, who is the youngest sibling of the Endless, convinces Dream to come with her to find their missing brother Destruction, who left the Endless many years ago. Now on a journey where many lives are lost, Dream and Delirium will soon discover a dark secret about Destruction that would change their lives forever. This volume is just as amazing as the previous volume of Neil Gaiman's fantastic Sandman series. Neil Gaiman has proven that you don't have to have so much action to make a story interesting, but you can bring so much depth to the characters that the story will become timeless to the fans no matter what. I love seeing the relationship between Dream and Delirium, as it was rare to see Dream actually go out of his way to help one of his siblings with their problems. I also love the dark atmosphere of this volume, as it made the stories even more interesting to read. Jill Thompson and Vince Locke's artwork really contributed greatly to this volume, as they are beautiful and dark at the same time, and I love the way that Delirium's hair changes colors whenever she is in a different world, as it made her into a truly unique character. Well, that's my top comic books of the week, and I would highly recommend these comics to any comic book fan. Also, since these are the short reviews of these comics, if you want me to do a longer review on these comics, then please let me know in the comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you later.